Jeff Goebel here, brand ambassador for Bear Archery. I'm doing a follow-up review on a video that I did last month. I actually released the video last month, but I recorded it several months prior to that. I just didn't get around to releasing it. And it was on the A-Mag, Bear new A-Mag takedown bow. So last video was on my first impressions after unboxing it, taking a look at it. And this one I'm going to follow up on here is for some of the details after having shot it all summer. So I unboxed it in about May of last year, and I shot it May, June, all through September at my 3D shoots this summer. And I shot 3 or 4, maybe even 5 shoots, probably 3 or 4 each month. So I shot it quite a bit, and I enjoyed shooting the bow. So I wanted to address some of the concerns that I had initially when I unboxed it, and then follow up on what my tune specs ended up being with this bow. So anyway, here we go. A-Mag, as I said, 45 pounds, number 3 limbs. I changed the string to a 2-bundle 16 strand fast flight, and I put some padding in the loops. It's just how I make all my strings. Probably a little overkill for a 45 pound bow, but it shot well, shot quiet. I did put cat whiskers, one on each side of that, and that made the bow quite quiet, and no vibration, very dead in the hand after the shot. And to address some of the concerns that I had when I unboxed the bow, one of them was the handle. The handle was super loose, and it just had a single strip of 2-sided tape, which I removed, and I put some heavy-duty 2-sided tape on each side of the grip, and then reaffixed the grip to the riser. And it hasn't moved since then. And that's one of the things I really like about this bow is this grip. It's a rubberized handle, super comfortable, so I like that. The other thing that I was concerned about was the adjusting screw for the side plate. It just felt like it turned quite easily, and I was concerned that it might change and therefore change the tune of my bow by the side plate changing. So I put a little bit of bowstring wax on it, and I set my bow for center shot as I tuned it to the arrows that I had, and I didn't have any trouble with it after that. The other thing was the shelf. It's a flat shelf. There's hardly any radius, if any radius at all. And the shelf sets very close to the hand, which is a good thing if you're an instinctive shooter like myself, because it shoots where your hand is pointing, and I like that. But my knuckle took a beating for a while until I got my arrows tuned, as did a little bit of side plate wear there that you may or may not be able to see on the video. So, but as far as arrows deflecting, I didn't have any trouble with that. I don't think the shelf made a bit of difference. And it's just the standard rug rest that came with it. And I shot both feathers and trad vanes, and I didn't notice a bit of difference. So once I got the spine set for my arrow, I wasn't getting it kicking out of there, it wasn't hitting my knuckle or wearing on the side plate like it, on the shelf. So no big deal there. The limbs held up well. No changes in the finish. I didn't get any stress cracks on either the top or the bottom limb, and I shot it a lot this summer. The other thing that when I unboxed it was the retaining spring under one of the limbs was loose, and the screw came out, probably just rattled loose in shipping. I put that back in and haven't had any trouble with that since. The finish held up very well. I didn't baby this bow at all, and there's virtually no wear, no chipping of the paint or anything like that, so that turned out nice. I did not shoot a quiver on it, so it's tapped, and I drilled and tapped for quiver. I didn't shoot one with my 3D shoots this summer. The arrow I ended up shooting was Carbon Express 250s. I think that's a 400 spine arrow, and my arrow length's about 30¼ inches long, and I used just a standard aluminum insert with a 150 grain field point, and then 3 trad vanes on the back end of it. So that arrow probably was about 525 grains. I'm a little over, probably about 11 grains per pound of bow weight, so kind of heavy. I was hoping for a lighter arrow, and I actually thought I would shoot a softer arrow than that, and probably could if I messed around with the side plate some more. So that's something I plan on doing, is tinkering with it a little bit and trying to get somewhere sub 10 grains per pound of bow weight for a 3D shooting bow. But I really liked it. Great bow, like I said, held up well, shot it a whole bunch, and would highly recommend it, especially if you like the A risers. This is the first A riser I had. I didn't shoot this bow as well as the 50th anniversary which is a B riser that I have, but the grip's different, shelf's different, and of course the riser length's different, so there's quite a few differences there. It may just be the fact that I didn't get used to it yet. I shot it all right. I mean, shot it well enough to shoot it all summer, so it kept me entertained for sure. So if you're entertaining the thought of a Bear A-Mag, I'd highly recommend it. I'm looking forward to next year. They're releasing the B-Mag, so hopefully I can get my hands on one of those, and I'll do a review if I can get one of those as well. So I'm excited about that bow. So thanks for listening and watching. Like I said, my last video, I just released it last month, but I did record it earlier in the summer. I just got lazy and never posted it. So this is a follow-up on that video. Thanks, and have a great day.